Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Neca The Howling Ultimate Werewolf action figure. I got this guy from the Neca store. It arrived today. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, imagine your worst fear a reality. The Howling Ultimate Werewolf action figure. Here's the front of the package. One side, the Howling. Other side, pretty much the same thing. At the back, here's the figure, posed up with some different accessories and interchangeable parts. And at the bottom, there's this barcode if it helps. This is one of Neca's Ultimate figures, window box packaging. You can kind of hear the Velcro as I open it up. On the inside flap, we have the werewolf posed up. And then here he is with all of his accessories laid out. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we have this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have 3 different heads, 6 different hands, and a display stand. Before taking a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is a werewolf from the Howling movie, the first original film. He's standing upright on his 2 hind legs. It looks pretty cool. I imagine he can be on all 4s as well, and we'll check that out in the video. My biggest complaint about this guy is he's really hard to stand up. I'm sure that's why it comes with a display stand. Beyond that, it's a really cool looking figure. So let's take a closer look. Starting with his face here, he's got all kind of fur hanging down. The sculpt is great and the paint job matches. We've got gray, dark gray, light gray, brown, all kind of different colors mixed in there. You can see the fangs, the teeth, the gums, eyes kind of yellow. The ears even look cool. I love the sculpt of this guy, it's great. Looks like single jointed elbows. He's got sort of a ball joint in the middle of the torso. Knees. I don't even know what you call those things on an animal. Tons more fur. Great sculpt. You can see the bottom of the feet are flat, but it's just really hard to put all the weight on that small little piece there. But he looks fantastic. And a closer look at its face and head sculpt. Love the teeth. Love the eyes. Love the fur. It looks great. And then, here's the figure, broken down as far as it can go, with all of the removable parts detached. Now let's check out the accessories. And let's start off with the boring stuff. The display stand. It comes in 3 separate pieces. We have the base, and then 2 alternate posts. When put together, it's going to look like this. We have the transparent circular base with a post that'll sort of help support your figure. Now we do have this alternate post. Take them, swap them out pretty easily. And this one is maybe a little bit taller, and it also has this extra piece there that can rotate around and support your figure. It is kind of difficult to get that post in there, but that means it's just going to stay in even better once it's in. Now for its hands, we have a total of 6 hands, 3 left hands, and 3 right hands. Here it is with the first pair of hands. These look like some default hands. They will look good relaxed to the sides, and they might be able to hold something. And then the second pair of hands. These are some semi-open hands. They look like they could be some scratching or clawing hands. And here's the third pair of hands. These are a little bit more outstretched. They still look like they could be some scratching or clawing hands. They're probably the best hands if you want it on all 4s. Now for the heads. We have 3 different heads. One has a mouth shut, one has a mouth open, and one has a bloody mouth with a hinged jaw. Here's this werewolf with the first head. This one has the shut mouth. And here's the second head. This one has the open mouth, about to bite you, or howl at the moon. And here's the third head. This one has the open, bloody mouth with the articulated jaw. Like I said, has a hinged jaw, and that is just awesome. I love when they do the figures, especially ones like this that bite or chew on you. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, let's check out the height. From bottom to the top of the head, standing about 8.4 inches tall, which can translate to over 21 centimeters. And if you go to the top of the ears, about 9 inches tall. And if you wanted to crawl on all 4s, you can absolutely do that. And it's articulated well enough that you can have it looking straight ahead and look pretty good when crawling around. And for the articulation, so this one does not have the hinged jaw. The head can rotate side to side. It can look up, very good amount to be able to howl in the moon. Down, very nice as well. Can rotate side to side. There's 1, 2, I think 3 points of articulation in the neck there. Shoulders, a ball joint goes about 90 degrees. Down, around. He's got a bicep cut. Single jointed elbow. Goes in about that far with rotation. The wrist can rotate and it's hinged as well. Ball joint the torso, rotate around, forward and back. Legs, they go out about this far. Ball joints, they can rotate independently into the ball. They can go up, around that far. Single jointed knee with rotation. Then, I don't think knee is the right word for this. I'm sure there's a term. Forward and back. Also with rotation. Another joint down there. Forward, back. Also with rotation. Then the ankle. Forward, back. Also rotation. So tons and tons of articulation. Now I do think it's really cool how they do the head. Come on, buddy. Pop it off. And then you have these sort of different layers of fur. This one, and this one, allowing it a ton of articulation. You've got a point at the bottom, in the middle, and then the top. Very, very well done. Here's a look at this werewolf crawling through a cemetery, looking for his next victim, and then this werewolf howling at the moon. Now let's check them out next to some other action figures, starting off with some other werewolf figures. Here's Neca's The Howling Werewolf. Next to Neca is an American werewolf and London werewolf. This one pretty much has to walk on all fours. Doesn't really work upright. Here are the two of them crawling around in wolf form on all fours. Starting to make your own pack of werewolves. And here, next to 4 Neca werewolf soldiers from an American werewolf in London. And here, with Jack Goodman and David Kessler from an American werewolf in London. Then, with the old Universal Monsters Wolfman figure. Neca has actually made 5 versions of the Wolfman. We have black and white, glow in the dark, regular color version, then the Loot Crate, and the Loot Fright. And now, with the McFarlane Dyer from Fortnite. Next, with a custom wolf. This guy is part of the Joker's gang from Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. Here he is, with some older NECA horror figures. Universal Monsters, Frankenstein, Dracula, the Mummy, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. Then, with some more modern horror icons. Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, and Leatherface. And here, next to a NECA Goliath from Gargoyles, in case you want to use this werewolf as Fox. Now let's check him out, next to some other recently released NECA figures. Here he is, next to some older horror figures. We have the black and white Frankenstein from Bride of Frankenstein, Ardith Bay from The Mummy, the robed version of the Invisible Man, and Van Helsing. And here he is, next to some more modern horror figures. We have Pamela Voorhees from Friday the 13th, Michael Myers from Halloween 6, and a couple versions of Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Then, next to several recent Ultimate Beetlejuice figures from both the first and second films. And now, with the NECA Jaws, Quint, and Hooper, as well as Pee Wee Herman, and the poster version of RoboCop. And here, with some recent NECA Ninja Turtle figures, we have 2 versions of the Shredder as Dracula, and then the Last Ronin, comic Casey Jones, and Casey Marie. And finally, with some comic turtle figures, a couple versions of Leatherhead and April O'Neil. Now let's check them out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a NECA figure, they're typically the 7-inch scale, and even though this guy's about 8 inches tall, he's part of a 7-inch scale action figure line. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the large action figure lines I collect, and work my way smaller. But first, let's check him out with some of his NECA brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figures, all from NECA Toys, all 7-inch scale. And now, with some Jakks Pacific Wrestling figures and Diamond Select Toys, here's this werewolf next to a Bluetooth speaker. And here he is with some McFarlane and DC Direct figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares Wrestling figures. And now, with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends. And finally, with some SH Figuarts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, it is a very nice werewolf figure from The Howling. The paint and the sculpt are absolutely top-notch and excellent. Articulation is pretty damn good, and most of it's hidden pretty nicely. I love the way they handle the neck articulation. I love the 3 different heads, especially the one with the bloody hinged jaw. If I were to rate this figure, I want to give him a solid 8 out of 10. The only gripe is it's kind of hard to stand him up. Now, you can sort of flatten out the other part of the foot and have him stand on that, and it's a little easier. But that's not how he would stand, and it kind of bothers me. I want to stand him up the right way. A lot of people are cool with display stands. Personally, I don't like them. So, I'll drop him down to a 7.5. The standing issue can be corrected with the display stand or by standing on more of the foot than he should be standing on. But still, the figure itself is very, very nice. And if standing is a huge problem, go ahead and put him on all 4s. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.